Hey, Fred, congratulations. Last year, about this time, George was doing one of these, and he was talking about how important it was for him to kind of move the ball for his position, a position that hasn't traditionally been paid like that. Did you have similar feelings throughout this of wanting to maybe move the ball for your position, particularly with other guys coming up? And if so, why was it important to you?
I think that was just something that happened organically through the process. The only thing I wanted was to obviously be a Niner for a long time and to get what I deserved. And we did both of those things. It just happened to be where we moved the needle in the right direction for the rest of the inside linebacking or inside linebackers in the league. But yeah, super grateful to everyone involved.
Hey Fred, congrats. Just curious if if you've been able to thank somebody who, I don't know, maybe helped you when you were a younger player, or somebody who helped you in your personal life. Just some conversation that you had that you were especially thankful to have after signing this deal, and if you wouldn't mind sharing what that conversation or what those emotions might have been like for you.
I would say that yesterday, when the news hit and everything, my phone blew up with probably over 200, 300 text messages, calls from people, everyone who's ever been in my life to help me get to this point. I'm so grateful to so many people and have given thanks to tons and tons of people who've been involved in this process of just getting me to this point. There has been a lot of work put in, but this is never something that you can do by yourself. I've thanked the York family, Jed. I've thanked John, Kyle, Parag, my agent, for getting this deal done. My wonderful family, my fiance, for being by my side. Just and all the people within the 49ers organization, all the staff. This is by far the most first class organization in the league. All my coaches, we've shared special moments already. My coaches at BYU, at Mission Hills High School and Pop Warner, and all the families and parents who helped me, get to this point. Living with a single mother and all that kind of stuff. So. It's been something that is kind of just a whirlwind, something I still haven't even wrapped my mind around yet, quite yet. It's a dream come true, but this is just the start, and that's what's exciting, so just extremely grateful.
Like, and a lot of us, that you are the same person no matter whether you have a big contract or whether you're still playing on your rookie deal. Is that true? Would you say that like your goals have stayed the same no matter what situation you have with the team?
Yeah, absolutely. My goals and aspirations are always going to be set to the highest standard, higher than anybody else could put on me. And that holds true to this season, even before, this contract was set and done. I'd already, that my goals and my goals for this team, they don't change, and so that's what's exciting, is now that we could put that behind or I could put that behind me and really focus on football and how I can provide my best self for this team.
Hi, Fred. Congratulations. Last year when George went through this process, he said that getting the deal done right before training camp allowed him some peace of mind to just go out there, play football with reckless abandon. Do you relate with that, same sense? And how important was that deadline pressure of training camp to make sure that you got this done before it started?
Yeah, I think I'd be lying if I said there wasn't, some pressure. I think everyone handled the situation just really like flawlessly. It was a great experience, and it was something that I was hoping to be done before training camp, so I could just focus on this season and being my best self. Not having to worry about all that stuff, and I trusted in my agent and everyone who was involved in the deal. So yeah, I'm just happy it's over.
Hey Fred, most players are focused on being the best they can be and getting paid what they deserve, as you mentioned. but you've really taken ownership of the team as a leader, and you said you want to be on the Niners for a long time. Why is that? Where did that come from?
I think it came from when I first stepped foot, into the building, the camaraderie, the culture, the people, everyone who believed in me from day one, just to even give me the opportunity to be a Niner, and then going forward, the work being put in, the moments that I've shared with this team. I just know this is where I want to be, and that's. To be allowed that opportunity by like I mentioned, all the people before who helped make this happen. I couldn't be happier, and I'm it only makes me that more excited. It makes me work that much harder, knowing that I'm in a place that I love, around people that I love sincerely. That makes me go that much harder and allows me to be the person and player I am day in and day out.
Fred, what are some of the goals that you have for yourself personally this season and goals that you have for the defense?
Goals individually, I won't say all of them just because I like to keep that to my, to me. And I will say that I'm obviously trying to build upon what I did last season. Everything that happened last season happened last season. I'm focused on the present and being the best version of myself now. And as for the team, obviously the goal every year is to win, win that championship. But it all starts with winning training camp day one, and so that's where our mindset's at. I'm always going to be striving to be the best version of myself, no matter what. And I know the whole team has that same mindset, and we're gonna go hard, in about a week or so. So.
Hi, Fred. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area and Telemundo. How did you treat yourself when a contract like this arrives? How do you treat your family? What perks or maybe bucket list things can you now maybe afford or just do for yourself or someone else that means a lot in your family or your life?
Sure. That's funny because I guess that's kind of a common question when something like this happens. Is like, oh, what's the big purchase going to be, and what car are you going to buy? And that's, I'm not the type to go splurge on something crazy for myself. I happened to have my family here when it happened, and we went to dinner. That was nice, and the thought of being able to provide a home or a house for my mother, one day, and even buying a home myself, just to have somewhere to call home, for me and my future family. Just little things like that mean the world. That's what this deal and something like this allows, and that's the biggest blessing in the world. So, yeah, hopefully that answers that question. Yeah.
Right. I know you said you're kind of still wrapping your mind around everything, and I'm sure you still have plenty you want to accomplish. But when something like this happens, have you taken any moments to reflect on your journey to this point, and what are the things that pop to mind when you do that? In small spurts, I'd say I haven't had like a moment where I've been able to just kind of really sit back and be in the moment to realize where I'm at and where, just think back about all the memories. But, just little things come to mind, and, the days during Pop Warner trying to, I was always the younger kid trying to play with the younger guys, but I was too big, so I always have to cut weight, and just little memories like that of parents helping me, trying to keep me, in the weight division I was playing in back in high school. I didn't even play on my freshman team. I played in what we call the fifth quarter. I didn't play defense back then. I played tight end because they didn't want me on defense. Just little things like that. You think about all those little moments. I was thinking about today after my first year, I had a knee scope, and it was funny. Guys in the weight room, the coaches had videos of me rehabbing from that, and I forgot all about. You forget about those things after you've gone through them. I look back and I'm like, man, my life was hell back then. Just in that moment, in those moments, I was like,
a contract or, stuff like that was the furthest thing from my mind. I was just trying to make it past that day. I was trying to, get my knee right so I could play football, in that moment. So it's just really special when you do look back in those moments. And, I've just taken it one day at a time. That's always how I've taken it. And, trying to be at my best or do my best in anything that I do. So.
Hey, Fred, congrats. I'm sure this is inspirational for your little brother to be able to, watch you go through this experience. What kind of advice have you given him as he gets ready to embark on his NFL journey? And what do you think it's going to be like to have him play for division rival?
Yeah, it's super exciting when I was able to share the news with him. He almost made me cry. He wanted to cry. I'm like, man, no tears. This is all happy stuff. But it is. I would say it is motivation to him. And what I always tell him is, you don't focus on the end goal. That's obviously what you're trying to strive for one day. But the goal right now for him is to be his best version of himself heading into training camp. It's a tough road ahead for anyone in that position, but he's going to have every opportunity to go out and do his thing, and the ball out. It's awesome that he is playing for a division rival, so seeing him twice a year would be fun. And I'm just super excited for his journey and what that's going to look like. So, everyone has their own journey. I'm excited for his, and I know he's going to work hard.
Hey, Fred, congratulations. One of the guys to congratulate you was another pretty popular 49ers linebacker, Patrick Willis. And we spoke with him this offseason, and he said that you guys have been in contact, and he's always complimenting your game. And he says that you guys have been chatting a little bit, but what's your communication been like with him and just kind of that relationship?
It's incredible to have somebody like that even, speak so highly of yourself. And, man, just so grateful to him. It gives me so much confidence knowing that I'm doing something right. If somebody of his caliber, the way that he played the game, and the standard for excellence, and effort, passion, the way to play the position and the game, to have his nod and knowing that there's a long way to go from where I want to be, and to even touch that level of play. So. Yeah, we talk, and he messaged me yesterday and congratulated me. So that's my guy. That's really cool to even have that relationship with him.
Fred, I know when you ask players how they can improve, they say they want to get better in just about everything. But when you talk about yourself coming off an All-Pro season. I'm just curious if you have a focus, obviously you want to force turnovers, but is it a focus of yours to be better at blitzing, to force more fumbles? What are your goals from that standpoint going into the season?
Yeah, I'd say working on everything would be the right answer. Yeah, no, I like what you said at the end. That is for sure a point of emphasis going into this season. The blitzing. I know I'll have more opportunities in the pass rushing game, and forcing fumbles. That's something that I take great pride in, and something that I kind of started to develop after my first year, and have continued to work on. Trying to implement different drills and stuff to keep it on my mind and make that muscle memory when I'm out there, but still while maintaining, good tackling ability, and proper tackling technique. So, it's all little things that I'm continuing to work on, because at the end of the day, I do want to have that game changing ability. And so, yeah.
Fred, a lot of players are motivated by maybe slights that have happened in their past. You were talking about your childhood. Is there any vindication at all getting this big contract? Was there anything that happened in the past that you're like, now, finally, you're like, here I am, I kind of showed you?
Actually, I'd say no. And I'd say that only because I've never played the game out of spite, because like I said before when I was talking about my brother, everyone has their own journey, and I like to think of more of like the people who've helped me get to this point and build me up, because it's taken so much just to even get to this point. I didn't just wake up and become, the player I am today. It took a lot of people pulling me along and helping me develop my skills, develop my physical, and mental ability. It's more so just a great time to give thanks and be grateful for all those people who helped me get here. And going forward, that's how I play the game. I play the game for those that I love, and for the people that I care for. It's never because I hold grudges against someone or anything that people say. When people doubt me, that is fuel to my fire. But at the end of the day, I'm confident in my own ability because of the way I work day in and day out. So that's why I was happy to have this moment and include as many people as I could in it.
Fred, the league informed today that teams that have outbreaks due to COVID-19 and lose a game, that game will be forfeited. Both teams will not get paid. So it's an issue. I was wondering, you being one of the leaders of that locker room, what are your thoughts on that? Have you had any conversations with your teammates or players around the league regarding that specific topic and vaccination as a whole?
Well, the vaccination conversation has been going on, for a majority of the offseason before this news even came out. The team, I feel like, has done a great job in informing the players, about the vaccine, to try and help guys feel, comfortable about it. And at the end of the day, everyone makes their own decision. And, that's something that you got to respect. I am vaccinated, and I know that I'm a person that guys can come to ask questions about it, or what are their concerns and stuff like that. But yeah, that's all I'm truly trying to be, is just a tool for people to use, a resource. Just if somebody got a question that they want to ask me, I'm always open to answer.
Fred, piggybacking on Chris's improvement question a little bit, are there any areas in your leadership where you've thought about this offseason where you feel like you could improve, whether it be on the field or off the field?
Leadership to me is always just about service, serving others, and being the best version of myself. If I'm leading by example, I know that that's going to carry more weight for guys who are watching what I do day in the locker room, out on the field, in the weight room. Those different things, I think, hold weight instead of just going out there barking orders at people. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm extremely excited to really attack this training camp head on. I've been telling the guys that this is by far got to be the hardest training. You got to prepare your mind for this is going to be the hardest training camp you've ever endured. Because if we really want to have the season that we want, you got to go through hell. If you want to make it to heaven. So that's what my mindset is going into it, and that's why I've been preparing my body and my mind just for that.
All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, guys. Hey, faithful, don't forget to click here to subscribe to our YouTube.